We're here today to talk about the corporate licenses side of things with QubitTech. Now, QubitTech, as I'm certain you are aware of by now, is the best passive income source of 2020, in my opinion, okay, in terms of platforms. However, they do have this whole other side, right? And I kind of like to call it a bit of a mysterious side because not a lot of people talk about it. Not a lot of people have explained it. And I'm going to be putting my take on it. However, if you haven't gone over and checked out Crypto Muscles videos, he's done some great videos on the corporate licenses, including his journey along the way with it, and also an interview with the one and only Oracle as well. So do go and check those out for updates. But before we get started and before I start talking about it and putting my own take on it and everything, let's just watch this little video just to kind of explain to you guys and kind of give you an idea of what we're trying to achieve here, or what the company are trying to get you to achieve here. Right, so that was a pretty cool video. Okay, they certainly know how to put on a great production, but you get the idea, right? You get the idea of what they're trying to do, and they want to be able to provide people opportunities to be able to buy that dream home, to be able to buy that dream car, and to do so at incredible discounts, all right, by purchasing these corporate licenses. So you can see here on the homepage, you do have the tab here, but if you do want to look into it yourselves, guys, go to proposal here, then corporate licenses, and it will take you to this page. Now, corporate licenses are separate to digital licenses. So first of all, the digital license, as you should all be aware of by now, digital license is what allows you to make that passive income, earning 25% or so a month, right? And by the way, you can't actually have a corporate license unless you've got a digital license, right? So there are some prerequisites, but we'll go into that in a bit. Now, as for corporate licenses, there's a number of them, right? Ranging from Qubit House to the car license to the credit, the travel, and the device. However, the credit, travel, and device is still not available as yet, but it is something that they're working on. The only two that are available right now are the house and the car. And what that basically essentially means is, for example, and I'm going to be talking about the car because that's what I'm going to be going for today. With the Qubit car corporate license, they're going to give me a discount of 60%. But for me to be able to achieve that 60% discount, I have to purchase another license, right? Just like you would purchase your digital license, let's say your gold digital license to make you 25% a month, you're going to purchase a corporate license that's going to allow you, in this case, as we can see, around 4 months, to achieve the full 60% of the discount that they're going to provide you with. But to do that, you do have to provide the initial 40%. All right, so a couple of things before we kind of go into the particulars. I will be focusing more on the car, but you know, both of these are going to be relatively similar. To qualify to purchase a corporate license, you do first of all obviously have to have a digital license. Now, to go for the Qubit car, you need to have a digital license for at least 5,000 USDT or the Silver Plus package, right? And the Qubit House is, you've got to have the $10,000 package minimum, which is the gold license. Now, that doesn't mean to say you can have, for example, if you're going for the car, okay, you can't have 5 $1,000 packages to make up the 5,000, right? You have to have a full Silver Plus license in its entirety to be able to be eligible for this offer, right? You can't have it based around, you know, separate packages. It's got to be all in one. The other thing that you need to also know about the corporate licenses is that you only get one chance for each asset or account. Meaning, for me, if I had, let's say, 2 gold packages, I can't go for the Qubit House corporate license twice. I can only, for my one separate account, okay, it doesn't matter how many digital licenses or the values, I can only go for this once in the entire life cycle of this account. All right. So that's basically our prerequisites and how you go about getting these. But the idea to this is kind of interesting because it's them saying, right, we will put up the 60%, you'll put in the 40% of whatever car you're going to buy, and we're going to give you the 60%. But to do that, you have to wait the 4 months for us to accumulate that, just like you would, for example, a digital license. You've got to wait 10 months to finish that cycle. With this, you only have to wait for 4 months in the QubitTech car. Okay. So it says here, full purchase cost, return on licenses, direct bonuses. So there is a bonus available as well if you are sharing it, but we're not going to really talk about that today. And you do have the discount calculator down here, which kind of explains to you, let's say for me, if we want to buy a car, let's say worth $25,000, I need to purchase a corporate license of $10,000. And at the end of the 4 months, that waiting period, right, just like you would wait for your digital licenses, I'm going to make that accumulate to $25,000, which I'm going to receive all in one go, that I'm going to be able to withdraw, right? So that's how this kind of works. Now, in a nutshell, before we go into the step-by-step on how to apply for it, this is just your kind of basic steps, all right? Again, for the car example, right, you must put down 40% of the acquisition cost, right? So if I'm buying a car, let's say worth 100 grand, I need to put in $40,000 to that, okay? By filling out the application and submitting all the funds, we're going to go through that in a minute. Then QubitTech at that point will review that, okay? And once they've reviewed it, I think it takes a few days for them to review it fully. Then they're going to allow for the purchase to go forward, and it's going to take, in this case, around 4 months for that corporate license to fill. Once that's done, once the 4 months are complete, you're then going to receive the full amount, okay, the full value of that purchase. So for example, in this case, 25 grand, and your funds are going to be immediately available to be able to withdraw, right? So at that point, so for example, in my case, in 4 months time, I'm going to have that 25 grand to be able to withdraw. Nice, right? Happy days. I've turned that 10 grand into 25 grand over the space of 4 months. However, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to withdraw all of that 25 grand and spend it on whatever I like. At that point, I will need to, once I've withdrawn it, I will need to, within about 3 to 4 weeks, show or upload proof of my acquisition, right? So if I bought, let's say, I don't know, a small, BMW or whatever it is that I'm going to buy for my wife or whatever may be the case, I need to show them the receipts for that. Okay, so I can't just withdraw the 25 grand and spend it on whatever the hell I like. I've got to prove what I'm spending that for. So that's in a nutshell on how we purchase that corporate license. But rather than do that, let's just go straight to it. In fact, let's go to my account and do it right now, just so we can see that whole process. I just wanted to talk you through it, and I wanted to talk myself through it actually before we go. Before we do it, just to make sure we got it right. So we can see here, obviously, this is the digital license side of things. I've talked about this many times. If you're not in this, guys, I don't know why. I don't know why you're kicking the tires. I don't know why you're sitting on the fence. You're missing out massive opportunities, if you're, in my opinion. But we're here for the corporate license. So as soon as you click the corporate license here, you're going to choose, in my case, I'm going to choose the Qubit car because I want to go for the discount of 60%. I'm going to click to go to calculation. So you can see we've got 4 steps here. Now, this car is actually going to be for my wife. As you are all aware, I purchased myself a nice X5, all paid from crypto. Thank you, Oracle. But I want to also get my wife something. I want her to have a little run around while I'm driving around the country. So let's go to this. So I'm going to click resale market because I'm going to be buying her a used car. I'm going to click next step. I'm not going to choose the brand or model yet because, well, I just don't know what I'm going to get her. It all depends on the dinner over the next coming days. Let's click next step. And all right, here we go. So this is the cost of the license. Now, something you also need to be aware of. For me, you can see the total cost of your digital licenses activated is $11,000, meaning I have purchased myself through this website, through this passive platform, $11,000 worth of digital licenses. So that means I can activate a corporate license worth from $5,000 up to $11,000. I can't put more than $11,000 in this part, right? But I don't need to. I'm just going to put in $10,000. And by the way, guys, you need to have it here shown in your wallet as well. So you can see by me putting down $10,000 right now, at the end of the 4 months, I'm going to receive $25,000, right? $15,000 in 4 months is not so bad at all, right? So everyone click next step here. In which country and city do you plan to buy the car? Click next step. Now it says here your wallet balance is $10,227. You can pay order from the wallet balance, but I'm going to pay from the wallet here, and it says your $10,000 will be frozen from 24 hours up to 1 week. If your order is approved, then your $10,000 will be debited. So let's click pay from wallet. The application has been successfully sent. So as soon as the application is approved, you will receive a notification by email. Okay, so that's it. That's the whole application. I've now applied for the for a $25,000 application, right, corporate license, by putting 40% up front, which was that $10,000. So if I just click main panel again here, let's just receive it. Now this isn't going to change, right? It's not going to change until it's been approved. Once it's been approved, we'll also see that little timeline. Corporate license car, once the 4 months have gone past, I'm presuming this is going to be up to 100%, and at that point, guys, that's when that will be available here for me to withdraw. Now if I was to click withdraw, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. There we go. So you can see available to transfer actually is only $227. So in fact, for now, let's just withdraw that. Put the 2FA code in, and there we go. So you're going to see that now is that 10 grand square. So that's the corporate license, guys. I mean, I think I've explained it as best as I can, put my own spin on it. I think it's a great little nifty side to it. You know, again, we've seen a lot of these passive income kind of platforms, right? And there's a lot of other ones out there in the space. This one for sure, QubitTech, is the best in the business, in my opinion. Hands down the best passive income platform of 2020. But the fact that they offer this extra side to it, right, this corporate license, which has been taking me a while to kind of get my head around to be able to do a video on, but after seeing someone like, you know, Crypto Muscle talk about it and then finally understanding it more, so big shout out and big thanks to Crypto Muscle actually on those videos as well. You know, it really makes sense. You know, if you are available and eligible to get any of these two, you know, packages, these corporate licenses, why wouldn't you? I'm going to be able to buy a car at a 60% discount. If I'm going to buy my wife a 25 grand car, well, I'm only going to actually be paying 10 grand for it. Okay, so that's awesome. Another one thing I will mention as well, actually, just something that I haven't mentioned just yet, is another reason why you may want to actually go for a corporate license is because with the rank bonuses. So as you can see, guys, I mean, I've hit rank 6. I think I mentioned that in my last video, which is great. And I got paid out 7.5 grand, which was lovely. Now look at the next rank bonuses. When I hit rank 7, I'm going to get 10 grand. If I hit rank 8, I'm going to get 25 grand. All of these are bonuses. These bonuses are insane. I've spoken many times about how lucrative their, you know, compensation plan is, and this just proves it. However, to get to rank 7 and above, as you can see here, I must have a corporate license activated of $10,000 or more. So that's also another reason why a corporate license, once you get to this sort of stage, guys, once you are at a stage where you're sharing your links out, you're building your teams, you're building up your rank levels, then you're going to want to do this just to not limit yourself down to, you know, those bonuses. You want to be able to reach these bonuses also. Whether or not I'm going to reach rank 7, 8, 9 or 10, who knows, but I don't want to limit myself to those anyway. So that's the corporate licenses explained, right? Big case style. So I hope you've understood it. If you do have any questions, guys, if you want to know more, please throw your comments down below in the comments section, or hit me up on Telegram and I'll try and answer the questions as best as I can. If you're still thinking about this, if you're still kicking the tires on QubitTech, guys, I don't know what you're waiting for, but do your own due diligence and your own research before investing any crypto into any platform, because you need to be completely responsible for your own decisions when it comes to crypto. It is the Wild West after all, and as much as there's many opportunities to make a lot of money, there's many opportunities to lose money. So just be wise with what you're doing with your crypto. On that one, guys, hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.